Welcome everybody to the 2019-2020 Altona Lifesaving Club Senior Awards Night. Thank you all for tuning in despite the less than normal setup for the evening. Like all lifesaving organisations, we've been forced to adapt and shift how we will go ahead on putting on this night. We felt it was important to still celebrate outstanding members in all parts of our club and community. It will run relatively the same as previous years. Some members and leaders of the Altona Lifesaving Club will present awards and acknowledge those who have competed, acted, or performed their duties to this club in exemplary fashion. The evening will begin with competition-based awards before moving into outstanding patrollers and then finishing off with the seniors who deserve special recognition for the brilliant work they've done this year. Okay, let's crack right into it and start with competition awards. Up first is Paul Puha, last season's competition manager.
Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's having a wonderful evening tonight. Thank you for the opportunity to announce the next award. It's the Big Gong, the Senior Club Competitor of the Year Award. We received one nomination for this award this year. It's the biggest achievement in our sport, this particular award. It represents a substantial singular achievement in sport. It could be multiple placings at a single carnival, or it could be reserved usually for the highest of awards when it comes to performances at states or Aussies. But this also could highlight a significant achievement throughout the year, such as making state teams and et cetera, et cetera. So it's reserved for the highest of performance awards for our athletes this year. And now this year we received one nominee for this particular award, and before I announce the winner of the award, I'll just go through some of the achievements this particular athlete has brought to her sport and what she's done to win this award. So this particular individual was selected in their state team, and this particular individual in that state team was awarded the captaincy of that particular state team. She achieved fourth in flags at interstates. She was selected in the Victorian Super Surf Squad, won open flags and sprints at the Lawn Carnival, won open flag sprints South Australia Beach Carnival. I think we all know who this is. And before I announce who it is, just to prolong the agony of everyone and the anticipation, I just want to say what a pleasure it has been to have this particular individual in our club. She's lifted the professionalism of her sport, and it's made a profound impact to everyone around her. So without further ado, I announce this year's Senior Club Competitor of the Year as Hallie Openshaw. Congratulations.
Back to me. Thank you so much, Paul. Up next is our Senior Sand Manager, Joe Wicks.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight I'm presenting the best performer for the senior team. This athlete is dedicated to their craft and pushes their own boundaries on each and every occasion. A willingness to share knowledge and always be inclusive has gained them the respect of all of their peers. They are able to critique freely and honestly with other members of the group, and are often seen teaching others and encouraging the team. Their opinion is valued, especially by our younger members. This person is a humble achiever, and on the extremely rare occasion, a gracious second place getter. Their accomplishments are many, but due to their unassuming manner, you are more than likely to leave their presence remembering that on this day, the 12th of June, in 1812, Napoleon began his invasion of Russia, or that his middle name really isn't Jory, instead of the amounts of gold medals that he has won. For the season that was interrupted, this athlete is one of only a very few with bona fide major recorded successes. Selection in the Vic Super Surf Squad, one of only 2 athletes selected from Altona. On almost every occasion, finishing top 3 in both flags and sprints at carnivals. Performance at the Sydney Carnivals, Freshwater and Manly, was once again outstanding, culminating in winning the Open Men's Flags at Freshwater. The stats show that he was a worthy contender for the Vic State team, although he was not selected. He's not just the best performer, but a valued team member and the 2019-20 recipient of the best performing athlete is, once again, Saxon Davidson. Well done, Sax. Okay, moving on, sorry, next one. Turn the page. Okay, the second award that I'm presenting tonight is the most valued team member for the senior squad. This athlete has been a most wonderful leader in the past season. In very uncertain times, they continued to attend training regularly, rarely missing, and led many sessions over a number of months. I've watched them grow in this role and become more confident in leading the group and sharing their knowledge with the younger members. They are a highly respected member of the team who also performs in an exemplary manner and leads by example. This athlete selflessly applies himself to his craft while generously giving of his time to coach and mentor the youth. He is also a great spokesperson and leader of the SAN team and an exceptional athlete in his own right. His attitude, drive and focus see him lead the way and be a role model to our younger members. He's an integral member of this team, which along with his closest peers ensures a cohesive team from the youngest member to the oldest, a connection that will see this team further grow in strength. With leaders of the calibre of tonight's winner, our club and sporting teams will continue to grow and foster new members and remain the growing force in the life-saving competition community. To this team member, who is often quietly spoken, but his leadership qualities cannot be taught. And as a team manager, a committee member, and most of all, a parent of a child who values the time that you spend with the younger members, a heartfelt thank you. Congratulations, Jack Wolf, most valued team member, senior squad. Moving right along, Jack's here. Congratulations, Jack. We're not allowed to shake hands. Sanitize.
Thank you very much, Joe, for that. Up next is the senior water coach, Josh Charlesworth.
Hey everyone, for those that don't know me, my name's Josh Charlesworth. I'm one of the senior water coaches. Unfortunately, I can't be at presentation night tonight, so I've put together this video to recognise and acknowledge the most determined athlete award. Without giving it away just yet, I just want to say a couple of things to give you some context about the person that won the award. They've been a real standout for a couple of reasons. And the first is that you don't achieve any success without hard work. There's no silver bullet, there's no easy street. Sometimes we all try and find it. What's the least amount of work we can do to achieve that success that we're after? But sadly, it doesn't happen. It's just hard work, hard work, hard work. And this athlete has got that in spades. Determined, wants to be better, and importantly does something about that. Sometimes we all want to be better, but it's hard work that gets us there. And so this athlete has really demonstrated this throughout the season. And perhaps to give you some sort of examples, at the start of the season, the athlete wasn't knocking on the door of, say, the top athletes. Wasn't making finals, made some semis, but throughout the season, particularly in the second part of the year, as we were in January and February, really demonstrated that, mixing it with some of the state's best, making finals, top 10 in swim, board, iron, up against the state rep athletes, and one particular carnival, was right up there in the mix. We're talking top 5, which is no small effort. Particularly in an iron event, which still have nightmares about. They're never easy, and hats off to you. So that consistency in training, that thirst for wanting to improve and wanting to be better, and that, I suppose, switch that's been flicked, that this athlete knows what they want and is now doing something about it to really achieve that, both during the off season and then during the season itself. So well done, well deserved, Clara Piccinelli. So well done, Clara, you deserve it. Congratulations to you, and you've got great support with your friends, family and club, so well done. You've got a bright future. Stick with it, stick working at as hard as you are, and further success will come. So good job.
Thank you very much for that, Josh. Up next is beach athlete and tomahawk Jack Wolf.
I'm back. So, evening everyone. Tonight I'm presenting the most improved athlete across all senior competition. So the criteria for this athlete: to be the most improved, growth in both mindfulness and your competitive nature, having a positive mindset when training and competing, and positive behaviour, and in general just being a good person. So there are 4 nominees for this award: Zane Balfour, Zara Patterson, Finn Puha, and Greg Abson. So the person that's won this award has seen noticeable improvement across this season with both their technique, confidence has grown, strength, and then they've continued to adapt and grow, and with this, their results as well. Throughout the season, I've watched their belief in themselves, and they've gone from strength to strength. Improvement has been across all facets, both mental and physical. And the winner for most improved is Zara Patterson.
Thank you, Wolfie, and congratulations, Zara. We're going to throw it back now to senior water coach Josh Charlesworth.
Where this person started the season and where they finished was chalk and cheese. And, you probably say that about a number of different athletes, but for this athlete, and it's certainly not meant to be a negative, but, particularly their board and iron, where they started and where they finished up was really, miles and miles apart. And it's really testament to their consistency at training and, not giving up, and probably attributes I suspect they get from their mum and dad, that sort of very matter-of-factness, just get on and get it done. Hold yourself in high regard, because they're really good attributes to have. But there was one particular example that I'll remember very fondly, and it was the carnival down at Torquay, one of those really terrible Victorian days where overcast, rain, windy, 6 foot, big surf, and terrible sweep. It was just an awful day. But this particular athlete got on the start line, got out through the break, came back, and I regularly bang on about to run up the beach that can sometimes win you the race, get you the place. And so they gave it a red hot crack and bang up on their knees, something that they weren't overly confident with, and particularly in that sort of washing machine sort of conditions, and gave it a go. And, hats off, that's what I want to see, because really, we care about states and Aussies, those other carnivals, so practice in between. Sadly, it all went pear-shaped. The board washed into the beach, but, you held yourself in high regard, you wore that club cap with pride, you went up the beach, grabbed your board and went through the finish line, and I couldn't have been prouder that day. I couldn't have cared where you came. It was the fact that you gave it a go, and hats off to you. And it's that coachability and your work ethic and the potential that you have that I hope you stick with it. Keep doing those the training, and that matter of fact sort of pragmatic attitude that you have of no dramas, I'll get out. You never whinged or moaned, you just got on and did it. You'll achieve great things. And so the Coaches Award goes to Olivia Dowling. So well done, Olivia. Congratulations. You've got some great support there with your friends and family and the club. So well done. You deserve it, and I look forward to seeing your growth again this season. So enjoy the night. Don't forget, training tomorrow. Don't be late, you guys. See you. Bye.
Once again, thank you, Josh Charlesworth. Up next, we've got Junior Development Manager, Aaron Hunt.
Thanks, Jack. Tonight I've got the privilege of presenting two awards. First of all is the Cadet of the Year, and the second award is the Junior of the Year. These awards I actually take a great deal of pride in being able to present each year, only from the point of view that it represents within our club a transition from sort of that journey through nippers where there's sort of low expectations, there's really not much expected of our nippers members, until such time as they start to actually step into becoming cadets. They do their SRC, they go on to do their bronze medallion, they participate in patrols and a whole range of other activities. And we start to ask a lot more of them, and we start to test their level of responsibility and their maturity and their resilience and a whole range of other things. The criteria for both these awards are very similar. So I'll go through those just so that everybody is clear. These, the Cadet of the Year, of course, is under 14 age group members, right through then into the youth members for thereafter under 17s and down. The eligibility criteria essentially are patrol attendance, participation in coaching and development and self-development, attaining of awards not previously held, acting as a positive role model to others in the club, consistently demonstrating outstanding leadership and a positive attitude, as well as representing the club positively in any capacity, whether that be at the club or beyond when engaging in other activities such as those at Lifesaving Victoria. The nominees for Cadet of the Year this year are Charlotte Markby, Clara Piccinelli, Diesel Maloney, Jake Delby, Rory Theodore, Tig Sheehan, Wade Hunt, and Zane Belford. Before I announce the winner, I just want to say I've been really fortunate with this group to have known the majority of these cadets for most, if not all, of their time in lifesaving, and some of them beyond that as well. It's one of the small privileges you have as a parent and as a club member, a patrolling member, as well as also as a committee member, to actually see these young people really grow and develop into the wonderful young people that they are today. So I have great pleasure in announcing that this year's winner is Tig Sheehan. So Tig distinguished himself this year, very much distinguishing himself this year by consistently contributing back to the club and our nippers program and becoming a really admirable role model to our nippers and other younger members through water safety and being a junior age manager on occasion as well. Of particular note, I just want to call out one particular day when we did our surf ed session on RIPS here in the club room. Tig volunteered to run these surf ed sessions, and over the course of 6 groups, over a time period lasting 2 hours, Tig pretty much single-handedly presented a surf education session on RIPS, Clearly, he knew his stuff. He's participated in a range of other activities as well, not just within the club, but also at LSV, and had participated in the LSV's Champion Junior Lifesaver Development Day, and I think represented the club very, very well and did himself proud. I want to say congratulations again to Tig. You've had a fantastic year. Keep up the good work. Which brings me to the Junior of the Year. Again, the criteria is very similar, so I'll read through the nominees for this award. We have Alice Henry, Emma Martins, James Curran, Julian Kachansky, Terrell Yamazaki Edwards, and Zara Patterson. This year we've seen this group of exceptional young members continue to make an ever greater contribution to the club and our community. They've done this through patrolling, nippers, sports, and more. They've developed a newfound confidence in themselves and their skills and the knowledge as lifesavers, and they've stepped up to the challenge of modelling positive behaviours to our younger members. And for this, we're extremely grateful as a club. I'd like to announce that this year's winner of the Junior of the Year is Alice Henry. I'm going to say a few things about Alice. I guess, look, it's very easy to take for granted the contribution that Alice makes within and around the club. More so because of the fact that obviously as her family and her father Pete is here tonight, the Henrys turn up and they put in all the time, every year, into everything, and they do so very selflessly. But it's really not about Pete. We'll just leave you out of this for the moment. It's about Alice. In that spirit, Alice continues to give of herself to the club and the community extremely selflessly across a range of activities. And this year again, she took on the role of junior age manager. And I've got to say, it's a pleasure to watch her keep her group thoroughly engaged, organised, active for the entire season. She does that exceptionally well and better than most adults. And at her young age, that shows an amazing amount of maturity that is extremely admirable. But Alice's contribution goes much further than this. From setup to pack up, even including our Nippers session at Cozy Corner, and the contribution that she made to helping us organise and execute that was fabulous. Alice was there helping wherever she could. She has an infectiously positive attitude, and she's an outstanding leader and exemplary role model to those around her, and I congratulate her on this win. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Aaron. Speaking of the Henrys, up next, pool coordinator and patrol captain, Peter Henry.
Hi all. Time is the most valuable thing someone can give, and our club is blessed with so many young members who choose to give their time to make our club and the beach and the whole community a better place. It's my pleasure to announce this year's Emerging Leaders. Early this year, I was lucky enough to go on the youth camp with Lisa. We were the bus drivers. We had 27 of our young guys come down to do some activities and that. When you get 27 kids together, you never know what could happen. But I can tell you, they were fantastic. They worked as a team. They represented our club very well. And it really reassured us that our future's bright with these kids down at our club. So I'll give a basic overview of the criteria for our emerging leaders. They work hard at the club. They take ownership and ensure the health and well-being of our club. They show initiative and want to improve our club. They consistently made contributions towards the club, and that they have undertaken personal development within the club or via LSV, and that they are aged 15 to 19 years old. This year we have 10 emerging leaders. These have been nominated by our patrol captains, committee members, and our sporting coaches. So I'd like to announce the winners of the awards are Alice Henry, Courtney Santullo, Deanna Rubinio, Eloise Dowling, Harrison Stanley, James Curran, Julian Kaczynski, Caitlin Baber, Thomas Curran, Terrell Yamazaki Edwards. Congratulations to all these emerging leaders, to all our youth, and we hope you can continue over the coming years to find ways to give us some more of your valuable time.
Thank you so much, Pete, for that. Up next, we have Patrol Admin Officer Michelle Patterson.
Okay, so today I'm going to be presenting the award for Patrol Member of the Year. This award is presented to members who have contributed to life-saving patrol duties, demonstrated a commitment to the safety and well-being of their fellow patrol members and the public, improve their level of skills and services they can provide to the club and the public on the beach, demonstrated single or multiple acts of care to the public that puts them above and beyond the average lifeguard. The nominees are James Gregg, Jason Dalby, Kevin Corey, Peter Henry, Flynn Mathrick, Jake Davidson, Scott Post, and Tom Curran, and all very deserving. But the winner has been an excellent vice captain who stepped in for patrol captain on several occasions as well. He's always keen to pass on his knowledge to other members of the club, and he has been pivotal on some rescue events, especially the incident with the young girl getting trapped in the sand. So the winner is James Gregg.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Congratulations, James. Up next, we've got the head honcho, Club Captain Dom Santullo.
Thanks, Jack. I made two promises tonight. One was that I wouldn't waffle on and make the speech too long. And two was I wouldn't talk footy, the Colin and Richmond game last night, and how the umpires robbed us of a win, but that's fine. All right, I'd like to start with thanking all the patrol teams and members, the whole 8 teams and 130 patrol members for the season. We had 51 rostered patrols, but we were cut short through the season with the coronavirus, so we ended up doing 45 patrols, and out of those patrols we had 87 preventative actions, 44 minor first aids, 8 major first aids, 52 total first aids, and a beach attendance of 32,323. I'll put these on so I can see what I've written here. All right, so I'll just set the scene. Patrolling team. So it was a junior presentation day, so that might give it away. It was a hot day. There was a lot going on. There was an audit about to start, and the patrol team was going about their way of patrolling the beach. All of a sudden, a member of the public ran down the tower and notified the team that there was a young girl found semi-buried in the sand at the Millers Road end of the beach. The team then responded on foot and by ATV with the assistance of an LSV auditor who had arrived at the same time. And on arrival, they found a patient was semi-conscious with the mother beside and bystanders watching. Greg, the patrol captain, took control of the situation, stayed on comms and notified LSV. We weren't sure how long the patient was submerged under sand, but half the torso was buried, so it would have been pretty serious. James and Jake provided first aid, Julian and Nathan were the assistants, and Flynn directing traffic and emergency services. The rest of the team were managing tower and the nippers that were in the water and it was a very hot day, so there was a lot of people at the beach, so there was a lot going on. We had Micah arrive, paramedics and fire services. Police also arrived, so it was pretty full on. You can imagine, there was a lot of attention at the time. The patient was pulled out of sand and was back breathing, but was convulsing and visibly distressed. Very difficult situation with family around and distressed, and also keeping bystanders away. But everyone managed the situation well, and the team was great, along with the emergency services. After the event, Darren from LSV offered counselling by LSV services and also a debrief with the patrol team. The feedback from the LSV was very positive. He also offered to postpone the audit, but as the true Altona way, they decided to proceed. So, it shows how good of a club we are and how good our members are. I guess I'm personally proud on how well Greg, James and the rest of the team responded and dealt with the rescue. It shows how well trained and experienced our patrol teams are. And when we're under pressure, it all shows the skills and the smart thinking, how well the communication kicks in with team effort and working together to get a positive result in this case. I'd like to congratulate teammates on winning the Patrol of the Year award. So they were Greg Apson, captain, James Greig, vice captain, Nathan Gillard, Carmen Weghouse, Flynn Mafrick, Julian Kachansky, Stephen Schofield, Michael Schofield, and Patrice Kasser. I also wanted to just thank our sponsors for the lunches provided during the season. It was a great initiative organised by the club to offer lunches during the season, and the cafes that participated were Pier 71, Norfolk Cafe, Rockabye Candy Cafe, Salt and Pepper, Hangar 1-2, and Beach Bites. So apart from that, looking forward to the season starting again next year. We hope to see everyone back again, and hopefully under different circumstances, we can have some fun again and start mingling. So thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Dom. Once again, we're going to welcome back Patrol Admin Officer Michelle Patterson.
Okay, so today I'm going to be recognising all our members who have put in a lot of hours patrolling, as well as with water safety at nippers, at carnivals, training, all of that, which we're greatly appreciative of, and it's absolutely amazing the amount of hours. So I'm going to start off with the 50 plus patrol hours, and those members are Rudy Carlesso, Diesel Maloney, Alice Henry, Patrice Kasser, Peter Henry, Cody Lindsay, and Dom Santulo. For the 75 plus hours, we've got Paul Puha, Jake Dalby, Michael Schofield, Julian Kachansky. Then for 100 plus hours, we've got Josh Charlesworth. And for the massive 125 plus hours, we've got Jason Dalby and Flynn Mathrick. So thank you all very much. You're amazing for the club and for the community. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michelle, and congratulations to all those patrol members. That's a huge amount of hours. Up next, we've got the training awards with Chief Instructor Stephen Cordina.
So hello hello all. Another very successful season as far as training goes. So even though the season was cut short, as we all know, there was still opportunity to be able to deliver and have received 45 different awards by participants of the club. So first of all, I'd like to thank the trainers and the efforts that they've gone through to be able to deliver the training to the actual participants, which is really appreciated. So the different awards that were taken and completed, the SRC awards. So there were 16 nominees and 16 participants and 16 successful candidates for the SRC. So thank you very much. There was the next award that I want to speak about is the Bronze Medallion Award, which is the Base Patrolling Award. So there was 12 people that successfully achieved their Bronze Medallion, so well done. And the final award that was completed was First Aid, and we had 17 people that were able to complete their First Aid Award for this season. So you'll see them up on the screen also. So thank you very much for those people who achieved those awards, and look forward to seeing you on patrol and helping out the club. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve. All right. Next up is a brand new recognition award to acknowledge those select few who have shown 10 years of valued membership and service to the Altona Lifesaving Club. Over the past decade, this club has grown exponentially and only continued to flourish. These members have not only shown outstanding but also long-lasting support that I'm sure will only continue as this decade begins. The members who received the 10-year recognition award are Stephen Cordina, Patricia Cordina, Josh Cordina, McKinley Dalton, Dominique Davidson, Saxon Davidson, Scarlett Davidson, Sasha Davidson, Sinclair Davidson, Peter Lindsay, Kim O'Day, Jack O'Day, Carla Rubino, Deanna Rubino, Susan Wolfe, Ashley Wolfe, and Jack Wolfe. These people have shown longevity and sustained involvement in this life-saving community, and we want to say thank you. I joined this club when I was just 9 years old in 2008 and have only grown prouder to be a member of this wonderful organisation. All right, next up, we got the head honcho back again, club captain Dom Santullo.
All right, I'm not sure where the head honcho bit comes from. There's only one boss in this place. We know who that is, that's Lisa. But I guess this next award is the Club Captain Award, and always a tough one. There's so many people that help out around the club, and you know, it's just amazing the amount of people that chip in and help out in different ways, and you know, the club wouldn't function without certain people, but you know, whether it's a little bit or a lot, it just helps the club run really smooth and gives it that, you know, that family feel. So always tough when I've got to put this one together, but sometimes they do stand out pretty quick. So I guess I want to start with this, you know, this person is a great asset to the club, has contributed in so many different ways. The areas that stand out for me are her willingness to step up and help with extra patrols, assist and in running and upkeep of the first aid room, whether it be stock replenishment or washing the linen or towels after patrols. We know that, you know, sometimes after patrols things get pretty messy in there. Also attended many water safety sessions for nippers and tri-events and carnivals. She has gained a lot of experience and become very confident in the IRB, which is, you know, not an easy skill to learn. And this award goes to Patrice Casa. I guess what I like about Patrice too, she shows good leadership skills around the club with the juniors and seniors, and is always up for a good laugh. So thank you, Patrice, and hopefully we'll see you soon at boot camp once we're allowed to train again. And I think that's it for me tonight, so no more head honcho, Jack. Thanks and good night.
Thank you very much, Dom. All right, I'm going to welcome back Chief Instructor Stephen Cordina.
Okay, so here to present Senior of the Year. That's the award that we're looking at. So first of all, just want to go through basically the criteria for the award. The criteria basically is around the person that is really trying to make the club more successful by doing things in their own right and working together with everyone as a team. Doing that with a smile on their face, with a good attitude, with a can-do attitude, and lifting the spirit of the club. And that's what this award is all about. So the nominees for this award, and there's quite a few of them, there's 10 of them, is Barry Wharton, David Anderson, Jack Wolfe, Jake Davidson, Gemma Robinson, Paul Puha, Peter Henry, Rosita Rotako, Sally Rolfe, and Terry Ann Dowling. And all in their own right, they'd be very deserving for the award, but there can only be one successful person, and that person is here tonight. So Rosita Rotako, can you come and please get your award? So well done. Congratulations. So Rosita has done a lot for the club. So in recent times, she's achieved her bronze medallion, also achieved her first aid certificate. She's helped out a lot in the club as far as admin roles as well as participation. She's helped with junior pool, she's helped with nippers, she's helped with training, and she's a really big part of the club. She also did tell me tonight that she's going to start participating in training. So I truly and sincerely welcome her on board, and another round of applause for Rosita. Well done. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Stephen. Congratulations, Rosita. You do so much for the club, and that's awesome. All right, now on to the real head honcho. It's time for a message from our president, Lisa Curran.
I don't know what's more nerve-wracking, actually having a crowd here or actually standing in front of a camera. Firstly, I want to thank all our members for yet again another fantastic season. We would not be in such good standing without the dedicated members that we have here at our club. Thank you to all that hold a committee position and role within the club. You ensure we are a well-oiled machine and deliver a service not only to our members, but also to our community. I also need to make sure that I thank my family. Now I get emotional. It's always got to happen. But to my husband, who at times gets frustrated with me spending so much time at the club, but it's only because he cares and he worries about, me as a person, but he does love what we do and the life-saving movement, and I appreciate his support. And my kids, what can I say about my naughty boys with their long hair that needs to be washed? Again, with the committee, very fortunate. We have got an amazing committee. We've got some people on board that have the real true spirit of where we stand as a club, where we want to go as a club, and what we want to do for our community. And Dom, to you, a special thank you. I couldn't do without you, mate. Lastly, a big thank you to Megan Colesso. We spent a few nights in our Zoom meetings recently. Michael Schofield for making tonight work. Your time is greatly appreciated to assure we sign off on the 2019-20 season. Thank you also to Jack O'Day, who when I called him and said, Jack, I need your help with the presentation this year. And he goes, oh, can I think about it? And I said, no. And he said, but I'm not good at IT. I said, it's okay, Jack, you just got to speak. Oh, I got that, he says. So, and you're doing a fantastic job of it, Jack. Thank you. But I am here tonight to present the President's Award. Now, it was a difficult call for me this year because I looked around our community and we've got some amazing recipients that could have received this award. We do most years. but this year I struggled again. But I'm fortunate in my role to have the support of a dedicated committee and the members that are in roles that support the running of our club. The award recipient this year has been a member of our club for a number of years, but this season has seen them step up to a role which they have embraced with enthusiasm and dedication. Their support for my role, and it's about me, and guidance for various situations is not noticed by the broader membership base, but is one I highly value. I'm delighted to present the President Award to Danielle Dolby this season. Oh dear. I'd like to thank Danny for all she has done for the club as our welfare officer and beyond. I'm excited to see what other great ideas and suggestions Danny has for the club moving into 2020 and 2021. Congratulations, Danny, and thank you. Look forward to the next season. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much for that, Lisa, and congratulations to Danielle. All right, we're up to the final of the award of the night, and presenting that award is Administrator Joe Wicks.
Okay, for the final award of the evening, we've left our most significant club award, the Locke Award. This is not an award that we as a club view lightly, nor will it be presented on any given year unless an outstanding candidate is nominated. The award is in honour of a man who devoted his time to the betterment of this club and the wider community. His name was Ron Locke. Ron was a passionate volunteer who embodied a selfless desire for everyone to feel empowered and feel part of our wonderful organisation. He spent endless hours giving of his time to this club, and he gave his time not only to our club, but to a number of other organisations he was also passionate about. To be considered, a member must have significantly contributed as a volunteer to our club, embodied the spirit of volunteerism, and this is often over a longevity of time. These are big shoes to fill, and here at Altona Lifesaving Club, we are so fortunate that we have a number of eligible candidates for this prestigious award. Many of you, especially our more recent and younger members, probably won't even know the name of this person when I announce it, nor will you have crossed paths with him. But I can unequivocally say that without this person, most certainly, we as a club may have struggled or we wouldn't be here at all. This member was instrumental in our club's resurgence, and his passion and understanding that you not only need patrol members to be a lifesaving club, but you need a base from which to draw the forefront patrollers from. Nippers was born, and I personally can say with a number of others, I may not be here if it wasn't for the gentle persuasion to help out. We all know that means we became age managers on our first day, and some people signed up for their bronze on their first day. We are a volunteer organisation, and the mere words mean give of your skills or your time. This member does both in abundance, and has done and continues to provide this club with his invaluable experience, knowledge, skills, and time. They are one of the foundation members of the club as we all know it today, a member with many hours of service and dedication to the club, the true embodiment of Ron Locke's values and Altona Lifesaving Club values. Most of the people you may consider experts in their field at the club were almost all from a non-life-saving background, and most if not all, have been mentored by tonight's recipient. You could say this person has had their finger in every pie with regard to the club to ensure we are a well-rounded, well-skilled, and able to incorporate so many different facets of life-saving into our small club. Our recipient is always positive, an extremely proud member of our club, willing to go that extra mile to assist others to ensure we can all be the best club people that we can be. The vital role they hold at the club is probably the least understood, but often the role carrying the heavy burden of ensuring our patrolling members are as skilled and as experienced as possible. His visionary leadership and steadfast contribution cannot be measured and is so greatly valued. I am so honoured to announce the most worthy recipient of the 2019-2020 Locke Award, Chief Instructor and current committee member, Stephen Cordina. I'd kiss you if I could.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You can say thank you. Say thank you.
Look, thank you very much. When I was hearing all that, I was thinking, surely I don't do all that, and that can't be me. So, yeah, look, I'm really honoured to accept this, and I really thank the club very, very much. It means a real lot to me. Look, it's a really valuable group of people. The committee that we have worked together really well. It's a really strong group, and hey, we do a really, really good service to the community in making sure that we keep the beach safe. And we have a lot of fun doing it because we can compete and we can do a lot of stuff. So thank you very much.
Congratulations, Stephen. You were my first ever patrol captain, and I can guarantee you I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. You're an absolute jet, and I love you, mate. You're welcome. All right. That concludes this year's Altona Lifesaving Club Presentation Awards. Thank you all so much for watching and still celebrating the past season despite the circumstances and adjustments we've all had to make. We look forward to an exciting and hopefully even more brilliant season ahead. There are a few things to look out for and be aware of in the next few months. Patrol, please let Michelle know if you are not returning next season. There's an email and a team app discussion about it. The AGM will be held on Teams Meet on the 21st of July. To register, please do through the event link. Membership renewals will open August 1st. It is great to see some of the senior athletes back in training already. The junior competition structure will be reviewed post the school holidays as to when training will start. Boot camp is back up and running on Tuesdays and Thursday evenings, and we hope to open up the morning sessions as restrictions are lifted. Finally, Lifesaving Victoria are currently reviewing what nippers will look like for next season. So information as it comes to us, we'll send it out. Everybody, make sure your team app notifications are up to date and you've subscribed to all the posts that you need to be doing. Right now, we'd love to thank our special sponsors for supporting the club this past season. So thank you Sweeney's Real Estate, Altona Sports Club, Altona Snorkel and Dive Safari, and Proficient Packaging. We couldn't do this without you. We're a volunteer organisation. We love sponsors. All right, can we pan the camera? Thank you. Tonight wouldn't have been possible without a few people behind the scenes. We don't get to see them on camera, so let's hope, can we do this? Let's do it. All right. First up, we've got Michael Schofield. He is the absolute tech whiz. If you can see all the cords and stuff and the amount of monitors we have in this room right now is outrageous. Congrats, Michael. Thank you so much. You're a jet. Next up, we've got Megan Calesso. As you can see by all the computers around her, there is just... You do so much for the club in organising and team app and emails. You're an absolute weapon. And behind the camera, we've got Abby. She's been so helpful tonight with... Hang on. Do a selfie. Yeah, that's good. Thank you so much, Abby, for helping us. We wouldn't be able to do it without any of you guys. You're absolute jets. All right. So thank you, everybody, and good night.